There are many mysteries in the world of relationships and falling in love, and one of the most common is a situation where a man is strongly attracted to a woman, but does not take any action to approach her. Why is this happening? Let's figure it out together. Fear of rejection and insecurity. One of the most common reasons for this behavior is fear of rejection and self-doubt. Men may fear that their feelings will not be reciprocated, that they will be rejected, and this can seriously undermine their self-esteem. As a result, they prefer not to take risks and maintain their security. Lack of confidence that they are worthy. Men may doubt that they are worthy of the attention and love of a woman they like. This may be due to their own shortcomings, low self-esteem, or the experience of past failed relationships. They may feel that they do not meet the expectations or standards of a woman, and therefore be afraid to show their feelings. Lack of experience in dealing with the opposite sex. For some men, communicating with women can be a challenging and confusing process, especially if they have little experience in this matter. They may not know how to approach a woman correctly, how to express their feelings, or how to create an interesting conversation. Because of this, they may prefer to stay on the sidelines and watch from afar. Fear of change and loss of control. Some men are afraid of changes in their lives and loss of control over the situation. Falling in love and starting a relationship can lead to changes in lifestyle, priorities and future plans, and for some it can be intimidating. They may prefer to maintain stability and predictability, even if it means missing out on the opportunity to be with a woman they like. Waiting for the right moment. Some men may be waiting for the right moment to confess their feelings or take some action. They may hope that the situation will change by itself or that they will receive some clear signals from the woman before deciding to take a step. However, this right moment may never come, and they may miss their chance. Ultimately, the reasons why a man who likes a woman does not take action can be multiple and individual. It is important to remember that every person is unique, and it is important to pay attention not only to their actions, but also to their motives and emotional state. They say that everything in genius is simple. Psychologists completely agree with this formulation, because all successful relationships are easy. They also have misunderstandings, conflicts, difficult periods, and quarrels, but there is never a plot of a Brazilian TV series with a lack of understanding and dialogue. If suddenly one of the partners is worried about something, he talks about it in an adequate and respectful way, a discussion takes place and the problem is solved. The same can be said about the initial stages of a relationship, when there is mutual interest, sympathy. One offers the other to go on a date, he agrees, and thus something serious begins. In a stupid relationship, everything is upside down. One likes it, but he does not show himself in any way, the other arranges tests, although he is also in love. This is no longer love, this is a war of complexes and deviations in the psychology of relationships. It's either step aside or become a victim. How else can you explain a situation where a man likes a woman, but he doesn't do anything? Who should take the first step? Unfortunately, in this case, we can talk about the obvious infantilism of the girl herself. It seems to her that a man likes her, but he does nothing, and what does the girl herself do in this case? He begins to think, to fantasize, to assume, to find out. Wouldn't it be easier to ask yourself the question, do I like this guy? Do I want to be with him? If the answer is yes, you should take the initiative yourself. Why stand on the sidelines of your own life? Do you think that a girl should not take the first step? Well, these are already limiting beliefs and complexes. Maybe that's why the guy is avoiding you. He is afraid of your attitude towards your own fate, because it is obvious. The initiative in this case would save you from unnecessary thoughts. Invite a guy on a date, offer him a meeting. If he refuses, then you are mistaken and he does not really like you. There are no more questions, the problem has been solved. Forget about the fact that someone owes you. In practice, such stories happen exclusively to girls who are convinced that someone owes them. In her opinion, a man is obliged to demonstrate his feelings, achieve, pass tests, tolerate her harmful nature, refusals, and sometimes outright bullying. He writes, invites, calls, makes proposals, and the girl is dynamite, waiting for more decisive action. Once I had such a story myself. I talked with a girl for a long time, offered to go for a walk in between. I liked her and I hoped that we would communicate live, get to know each other, communicate closer, and this would develop into a relationship. But she did not consider such actions as actions at all and was sure that I was not showing myself in any way. Later it turned out that she also had sympathy, she expected me to do specific things. As a result, I made offers and received refusals. She sat and waited for me to enter her window with flowers and fall at her feet with an offer to marry. Decide for yourself how effective this strategy is. If a man needs a woman, nothing will stop him. Oh, how many destinies have broken this belief? How many girls have turned into a waiting room, waiting for the prince to come and take them away? He has to guess everything, he has to do everything himself, and the girl will just move from one address to another like a bag of potatoes. If you are interested in the reason why a guy does not show himself, although he is in love with you, then you should include a little logic and responsibility. First of all, make sure if you are really in love or is this your fantasy. Ask him about it, save years that you can spend on guesswork, analysis and fortune-telling. If the answer is yes, then tell us about your feelings. Don't you have sympathy too? Do not complicate it, happy people do not walk in such paths. They are chosen by those who are ready to ruin their lives, stay on the side, and not participate in building their own family. Don't fight for someone you like, stay with someone who shows unhealthy persistence. As a rule, these are obsessive men, abusers, complex people. If the publication seemed useful and interesting to you, please like it and share it on social networks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.